Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about order of operations. So something that we have definitely seen in the past, but might start getting a little more complicated with all of these new operations that we're learning about. All right, so we got a couple of vocab things to get through first. So a numerical expression contains numbers and at least one operation. So the thing about expressions is it does not have an equal sign. That's the difference between an equation and an expression. An equation has an equal sign, hence the equation part of it, and then expressions do not have an equal sign. All right, so to simplify an expression means to combine numbers or variables if you can. We'll talk about that later on in the year, to get an answer, a numerical value out of it. To evaluate, kind of like simplify, means to find the answer as well. So also getting a numerical value out of that thing. So when we are simplifying an expression, we want to do the following order. These are the order of operations. We gotta follow it this way. So first we do operations that occur within grouping symbols, like parentheses. So we usually see parentheses with these, so that's what we start with when we talk about our mnemonic device later on. But grouping symbols can also include brackets, absolute value bars, and things under square root symbols. And then we need to evaluate, what are they called? Exponents. So exponents comes second. And then from left to right, after exponents comes multiplication and division. So if you have a problem like 4 divided by 2 times 3, we will not multiply by 3 first here. We do it left to right. So we do 4 divided by 2 first, which is 2, and then 2 times 3 is 6. That's the correct way. If we do it the wrong way, we notice that we get 4 divided by 6, which is 2/3, which is not the right way. So left to right with multiplication and division. And then our final step is to do addition and subtraction from left to right, just like multiplication and division. So if a subtraction comes before an addition piece, don't do the addition piece first. We are doing the subtraction bit first. All right, so here's our mnemonic device. We've probably heard it before. We have "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." So P we usually see, so that's parentheses, but it also includes those other grouping symbols we talked about. So that will include brackets, absolute value bars, and square root symbols there. Next is exponents, like we said above, and then we multiply from left to right and divide. I like to group these up into the same step just so I don't forget. And same thing with addition and subtraction. I group those together in the same step because I do them both left to right. So in their example here, there's nothing we can do inside of parentheses. That parentheses houses the -8 just because we don't like to have 2 symbols in a row, an add and a minus, so we put parentheses around it. But there's nothing we can do inside of the parentheses. So here they evaluated the exponent first, which brought us down to 64. And then they took care of the division, multiplication and division, but there's no multiplication here. So -8 divided by 2 got them to this -4 here. And then we can go from left to right with addition and subtraction. So 6 minus 64 is -58. -58 plus -4 is -62. So when we are doing these, you have to show each step. Make a new step in each line. So here we go. Well, there's nothing to do inside of parentheses here. So first thing we're going to do is evaluate exponents. So we get -6 plus 8 divided by, well, negative 2 times negative 2, so negative 2 squared is 4, and then minus 6. So now we're going to do multiplication, left to right. Multiplication and division, excuse me, sorry. So there's no multiplication, so we're going to go negative 6 plus, well, 8 divided by 4 is 2, and then minus 6. And then our next step, negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Don't forget to bring that negative 6 down. And negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10. And there we have it. So I like to call it our little evaluation funnel. We're funneling this down into one numerical value there. All right. So we see some grouping symbols here. We have absolute value bars. So first we are going to figure out what's inside of there. 8 minus 12 is negative 4. Then minus a negative 14 divided by 7. Alrighty, whoops, that should have been a closing absolute value bar and not a parentheses, my mistake. Alright, so we still have to do that absolute value bar first. So the absolute value of negative 4 is 4 minus negative 14 divided by 7. Well, negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2. 4 minus negative 2. Remember, subtracting negatives is really the same as adding positives. And for this final answer, we get 6. And once again, we have funneled our answer down into that one numerical value, the evaluation funnel. Alrighty, now for our third one here. Let's see, so there's no operations inside of any grouping symbols, so we're good there. I don't see any exponents here. I like to write this down sometimes as I go as well, so I can check it off to make sure I don't forget it. So there's no grouping symbols, there's no exponents. Can I multiply or divide now? Well, let's take a look. So we've got negative 36 divided by negative 4. Well, so we're going to bring down our 7 plus, and negative 36 divided by negative 4 is give me a second, excuse me, 9, positive 9, negative divided by negative is positive, times negative 2. Well, we divided first because it came first, so now we have to multiply, so 7 plus 9 times negative 2 is negative 18, which will get us in the end. Oh, so I've taken care of addition or multiplication and division, and next I have addition and subtraction. Well, I have an add that I have to do here. And this is going to give me negative 11, and I've taken care of everything now. And once again, we've funneled it down to one numerical value. All right, so this one's got a lot going on here, so we are going to write out our order again. So do I have any grouping symbols first? Well, grouping symbols included those square root signs, right? So we've got negative 3 to the third plus the square root of, so there's that grouping symbol. 14 plus 11 is 25 plus, well, here we've got another set of grouping symbols. So 3 times and negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Boom, I've taken care of my grouping symbols. Next we're going to do exponents. So one thing to remember is that square roots are included as in the exponential category. So exponents will count there. So negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. We multiplied negative 3 together 3 times there by that exponent. Plus, the square root of 25 is 5. Plus 3 times 0. All right, so I've taken care of my exponents now. Now we have multiply, divide, so I'm going to go left to right and see. I've got negative 27 plus 5 plus, well, 3 times 0 is going to be 0. I've done all my multiply, divide, and now I've got addition and subtraction to take care of here. So negative 27 plus 5 is negative 22. Don't forget to bring down your plus 0, even though we don't really need it, because negative 22 plus 0 is negative 22. And we've funneled it down to our final numeric value there. All right, so I suggest that as you go for each problem, do this out. Write out your order of operations and cross it out as you finish each one. So there is an assignment to get done on Canvas, so make sure you check your Canvas account for that assignment. There is no IXL tonight to get done for this one, so once you finish up your assignment and turn that in, you are done for the day. If you did not finish yesterday's work, please get that in as well. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.